especially from last year.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Hey, I want to welcome everybody from our live video broadcast on YouTube. How's it going? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. And I want to remind you that you can always go back and watch older shows of Gooney in the Morning on our YouTube page.
They are archived.
Yeah, just go to kbsmedia.com, and in the top right-hand corner of our homepage, there's a YouTube button right there. It's the YouTube logo. Click on that. That'll take you to our YouTube page, and you can go back and watch older shows. You can, if you miss the whole show in the morning,
you can watch it.
You can go back and watch it later on in the day.
It's a lot cooler watching it through the video camera because there's a lot of stuff that you don't see us do.
Yeah.
Because all we do is talk.
That's right.
And you can see all the little things.
Now, that doesn't mean roll back over and just go to sleep because, you can catch your Gooney in the morning later on this afternoon now.
Get up and go to work.
Yeah, you need to go to work. We had to. Just because it's cold. I wish that we could skip out on work.
It was so hard to get out of bed.
It is.
Oh.
It's tough to do. Howard College men's basketball team got another big win last night.
Yeah.
It's cold. I got all stuffed up there. Man, that was exciting. Exciting news I was bringing you. Jeez.
Your face, you're all,
I didn't know what to do. Didn't know if I needed to sneeze, cough, sniff.
All three.
Man.
Snick off.
Yeah, they got a big win over Wayland Baptist Junior Varsity last night, 65-37.
Wow.
On the road in Plainview. Big win right there. The Howard Hawks, 4-3 now on the season, and this weekend they're going to be heading out to Thatcher, Arizona, to take on a bunch of different schools in the Eastern Arizona Classic, a little 2-day tournament they got going on this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Well, nice.
Yeah, that's huge right there. The Howard College Lady Hawks, they're going to be in Hillsboro against Hill College on Saturday. And we have that makeup game from Tuesday from the Big Spring Lady Steers basketball team today. They're going to be traveling to Colorado City, the JV and varsity, for games at 5 and 6:30.
I didn't even know high school basketball already started.
Oh yeah, we've been rolling with high school basketball for a couple of weeks now.
Well,
it just hasn't gotten into the thick of it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they had their first scrimmage, I think, 2 Saturdays ago.
Oh.
And since then, they've had a couple games.
Where have I been?
A couple games, but with the volleyball schedule and football schedule with the playoffs,
I think that's what I've been more worried about.
Yeah, everything's kind of put on the back burner, of course, because they were scheduled to play Tuesday, and because of the volleyball game, they moved that to today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Very, very nice.
Looking around at your NBA, let's see, San Antonio Spurs, they're 4-3, fifth in the Southwest Division. They're going to be taking on the Lakers tomorrow on the road. The Dallas Mavericks, they are 5-3. They're going to be at home against the 76ers tonight. And then the Houston Rockets, which are kind of the talk of Texas right now in terms of basketball, beat the Timberwolves last night, 113-101.
Nice.
And are now 7-1 on the season, second in the Southwest Division.
That is not who I expected to be doing that good.
It's so crazy.
This early.
But, I mean, they've got a great roster this year, something that we were kind of looking at yesterday that kind of threw us off. I hate admitting stuff like this because I'm sports director.
Yeah.
But I consider myself more of a local sports director. Like, I'm so involved with all of the local high schools and Howard College and everything here that sometimes I slip up and I miss out on important stuff like this, like Dwight Howard playing for the Rockets. Like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I remember when you told me that yesterday. I was like, what?
Like, I knew. I wasn't sure.
Jason Terry's on that roster,
Jason
right?
Terry. He's on there. Of course, James Harden, which I think James Harden moved to the Rockets. He was on the Rockets last season.
Yeah, he was.
So, I mean, I sort of remember that. But, yeah, when I saw Dwight Howard, I was like, oh, okay, now I see why they're 7-1. Like, it makes more sense now.
Yep.
Because I thought James Harden was just tearing them up down there. But no, he's got some help.
Yeah.
It's starting to see like that in the NBA, though, that all of your teams that are doing good, they always have like 3 of the top players in the NBA.
Yep.
Like the Heat tried a few years ago.
If you can keep at least 3 of those players on your team, you're good to go for the season.
Yeah, that's right.
Just look at the Rockets.
Yeah, they're doing it right there. The Cavaliers, too. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with them much yet.
Yeah.
But, LeBron James went back to the Cavaliers, of course.
Regardless of anything,
Sell
LeBron
out.
is a good basketball player.
He's still a sellout.
I know he is, but
But I mean, he's on a good team. I mean, in my opinion, this is a better put together team than whenever he went to the Heat with the big three.
yeah.
Because they got Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Sean Marion, just that right there.
Well, because when he went to the Heat, everybody was good on the Heat. Everybody had talent, that stood out a lot, and they were fighting for those spots.
Yeah.
And it really didn't work out. And with him going to the Cavaliers, it's his time to shine.
Yeah, you had three superstars fighting over one piece
spot.
Of cake.
Yeah, exactly. You can't.
It's kind of like, I don't know, you're kind of hearing stuff like that happen now with the Cavaliers because Kyrie Irving is a big star on the Cavaliers, and that was kind of his team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he came to the Cavs, they're like, all right, this is Irving's team. And then LeBron James tried to
nope.
just walk in, and I think there's some clashing going on between those two.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Not at all.
Two great players, though. Two great players. They beat the Pelicans this past Monday, 118-111. But the exciting thing for you, however, they're tomorrow at 6:30. They're going to be traveling to Boston.
Yeah, it was okay because Boston lost to OKC, like I said they were. But
you saw that coming.
It was 109-94. So kind of a close game, not really, but that's okay.
That's all right.
But yeah, they take on the Cavaliers next, 6:30.
It'll be fun to watch. Those are always good, man. I mean, the Cavs, even though they're only 3-3 on the season, they're still an exciting team to watch.
Oh yeah. See, like I don't like OKC, but I love watching them play.
Right.
Because they're a good team. Yeah, they're a very well put together team.
That's what started. Because I like the Dallas Mavericks, but I was never a really big NBA guy. Like, I don't just sit down and watch NBA games a lot. So I never really had a team that I went with. But a couple of years ago, I did start watching a lot of LA Clippers basketball. Because, I mean, that's just, I guess, what got me on the, I won't say I'm an LA Clipper fan. So it's not like I just jumped on their bandwagon or anything like that. But I think what got me to start wanting to watch them was when Blake Griffin dunked over a car in the slam dunk contest. Like, that's what I had to. I was like, if I'm going to watch basketball, I'm going to watch that guy.
Yep. Nope. I'll watch LA Clippers all day just to watch Griffin play. I love the way he dunks. Yes.
But the thing is I've always been a big Chris Paul fan.
Oh,
I mean, back when he played for the Hornets, I was a big Chris Paul fan. I mean, he's, in my opinion, the best point guard in the league. And whenever I heard he was going to the Clippers, I was like, man, you got the best point guard and probably the best power forward in the league, or at least one of the most entertaining to watch.
Yes.
And Blake Griffin's just such a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like, when you have an athlete that's really, really good and he's humble, like, that makes you want to support him more.
Like Drew Brees.
I guess. It doesn't work when you're calling out players from the team that you like. But, like, let's see.
Aaron Rodgers, he's a nice guy. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers he's always pretty humble for the most part.
He's a nice guy.
Especially when he's in his commercials.
Like we can say Michael Vick.
I don't think we'll do that.
No.
I do not think we'll do that. I would remind everybody to get signed up for your chance to win tickets to go see Alabama this weekend. All you have to do is stop in by Ward's Western Wear in the Big Red Building on Gregg Street. You just got about a day and a half to register. You got all today, and then you have tomorrow until noon. Tomorrow at noon, we'll close the registration, and we will draw 2 names, be sending 2 people up to Lubbock to check out Alabama.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're going to make 2 winners tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks, Ward's Western Wear.
Yeah, that's huge right there. That's huge. That's big time.
That is really cool. Hey, I found this awesome story.
Let's hear it.
It's one of those feel-good stories. I figured we start out the day feeling all right. So this comes out of Pennsylvania. According to Wise Brothers, a cop got into a serious car crash in his cruiser, in his actual patrol car, and he got stuck in the car, and the car was on fire. 17-year-old saw what happened, ran over to the car, pulled the cop out of the car. Right after he pulled him out of the car exploded.
Oh, wow.
Like 30 seconds after he pulled him out of the car. The cop suffered burns to his legs and some of his body, but other than that, he's fine.
Really?
Yep, that kid saved his life.
How old was he?
17.
That is incredible, right?
17-year-old Joe Chambers.
Oh, way to go, Joe.
He was still in high school.
Yeah.
Like, it shows a picture of the car after it exploded. Look at that. You can't even tell that's a car.
Wow.
But that's just awesome.
Way to go. That's incredible right there.
But it says that there was another guy to help him pull the cop out of the window. So I guess there was 2. So I don't know, but that's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Somebody put their life on the line for somebody they don't know, especially a cop like that.
Yeah, that's huge.
I thought that was awesome. So there's a good story to start your day.
That's a way to start a day.
Right
there. Way to start a day. Awesome.
I like it.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce.
That is. Also, the Howard College ladies basketball team has the Hawk Buddy program coming up.
Yeah.
This is for boys and girls from ages kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade. This is going to be directed by head coach Earl Diddle and associate head coach Tara Lyle and the rest of the Lady Hawk basketball team. It's going to be Saturday, December the 6th at the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. They'll be doing the registration that day, and then from 9 to 11:30, they'll have the Buddies Clinic, and then the pizza party immediately following that from 11:30 to 12. It's only $20 to enter into the 2014-15 Hawk Buddies basketball program. Proceeds go to Lady Hawks basketball. You'll get a Hawk basketball. You get free admission for all family members to Hawk home games.
How old do you have to be?
For $20.
What's the cutoff?
Kindergarten.
Oh.
Kindergarten, 8th grade. You get all your family members for just that 20. That's awesome. I'm trying to reach you right now, folks, and tell you how important this is. If you like basketball, especially if you're a fan of Howard College, this is a deal right here. If you have kids between kindergarten and 8th grade, because you can pay $20 to get them into this, and then you can go to all the home games for free.
That's just awesome.
Are you paying attention?
Yes.
I mean, that's huge right there, right? $20. Wow. That's a season home tickets basically.
For $20.
For $20 for your whole family. That's not just one seat.
That is an awesome deal.
It says all family members in caps on the handout that they give, the sign-up sheet for this thing. So, I mean, even if you got 6, 7 kids, I mean,
it don't matter.
They put all family members on this, so bring all your family members.
You pay $20.
But I mean, that's the great thing is, I mean, that it also helps at Howard College because it gets folks in the stands and gets people out there watching those games.
That's exactly what they need.
It's a really great program. It's been successful for years and years. I know Coach Earl Diddle's been doing this with the Lady Hawks, and kids always have a great time. I'm excited to get to cover it this year. Going to have a lot of fun. Kellen, I believe, is going to be able to participate in it this year.
Ooh.
He's excited about basketball. He's ready for that. But there's going to be clinics, lectures on goals, and of course, basketball fundamentals. And then there'll be the pizza party with the Lady Hawks. And then they'll have Buddy Night where they'll do autographs and pictures with the Lady Hawks on February 19th. It's a game against Southwest Texas Junior College. Lady Hawks will be signing autographs, taking pictures, courtside immediately following that game. And, of course, we'll keep you up to date whenever that comes around. For more information or how to register, you can contact Coach Earl Diddle at 264-5043 or Coach Tara Lyle at 264-5155, or you can just stop in at the Howard College women's basketball office at 1001 Birdwell Lane here in Big Spring and pick you up a little sign-in sheet, fill it out, and drop it off. It's a really cool program. I mean, it's really neat that our college is involved in our community like that here.
That is really cool.
Does cool stuff like that. Because you go to a bigger city like UT, I don't think you're going to see stuff like this. You know, if you go to Austin, University of Texas,
probably not on the scale.
Yeah, they're too busy. You know what I mean? They're too busy for stuff like this.
They're a big college.
They're gonna, university. They're not gonna take the time to get in there in the community and do stuff with the kiddos like this.
Exactly.
And of course, I mean, you know, the men's team, they did this at the beginning of the season before their season kicked off.
Yeah,
they had done this, and I mean, it was a lot of fun. I got to go down there, and those kids enjoy that.
See, I used to do this stuff every year. They had
really?
it. Yeah, every year I did it. My mom signed me up every year.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And it was always so much fun.
Well, the thing about this is, you know, those kids have a lot of fun out there. There was I can still remember his name. His name was Jordan Voigt. He's a 7th grader at Big Spring Junior High.
Yeah.
And he was out there just tearing it up. And he's not the tallest kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of those kids that you look at and you're like, point guard, bam. Because he's got ball handling skills and he was just good. He was the one kid that was just kind of standing out when I was there, just kind of observing and watching, you know, all the kiddos play and do the drills and stuff like that. But yeah, shout out to Jordan there.
Nice.
Got a cool interview with him, a few months ago that we aired. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see, because you see kids like that in the program, then you get to see them in high school a few years later. That's what's fun.
Yep.
You see where it pays off and stuff like that. But it seems like the ones that really have fun are the players, the Howard College players.
Oh yeah, because it's a chance for them to actually do something for their community, and it's a great way for them to show
exactly,
hey, we support you.
Yeah,
come support us.
Oh, they have so much fun at that stuff because most of the time for those guys and the Lady Hawks too, when they're at practice, that's serious time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they're out there. They're out there working is what they're doing, and stuff like this. They get to kind of lay back and just have a good time. And that's what they did out there. I know. I believe his name is Niles. He's from overseas somewhere. I think he's from the Netherlands.
Nice.
Yeah, he's from the Netherlands, but he's 6'9". I mean, he's a tall guy, and it was just fun watching all the kids just pretty much get in a line behind him instead of behind the basket because they wanted him to pick them up and make them dunk it. But I mean, it was cool because every kid he was taking his time, picking them up, and letting them dunk it. And it was so much fun. It was great. It was fantastic.
If I was 6'9", I'd give people that opportunity.
Right?
Man, I can't even see over
the
aisles in a grocery store or 7-Eleven at that. That's like way above eye level.
Niles can. He can. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, we're going to be bringing you the entire conference schedule of the Howard College basketball team this year. We're going to be traveling on the road. Myself and Josh Paredes will be covering those games. So once Howard gets into their conference games, which they have one game against Midland on December the 3rd. And of course, we'll bring you that action, but then they're going to have their next conference game is until January the 8th.
Oh.
So there's a big break in there. And then I was talking to Tommy Walker about this, and he's like, that's just how they've always done it. They've always had that one game in December and then come back after Christmas to really get into conference.
Well, that's cool. Maybe it's just like a game for them to know exactly how to feel during conference, and then
maybe, yeah. And then they
give them time to reflect on that.
Yeah, because they have that game, then they pretty much have their Christmas break shortly after that, and then hit it hard. But it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Josh Paredes and myself are going to have some fun. We'll be calling all those games. I believe they'll all be on the Mighty 1490 KBST AM. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. I've gotten to broadcast a few basketball games before, and it's different.
Like I said, I want to do some with you.
It's different. It's really, really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Derek, the Bear. He went and did a basketball game with me last year.
Yeah.
And he probably got about 6 words in the whole game. I mean, I finally there at the end, I just switched over and I was like, here, you do play-by-play because you're not getting to talk much at all. But I mean, it was just so fast-paced. Mm-hmm. And we came in and we talked on the morning show a few times after that. I don't know if you remember or not, but that was the game we went. They started turning off lights on us. They were kicking us out of the gym and everything like that. But we were sitting there and they had this huge scoreboard on the wall. Mm-hmm. And we're sitting there and we're calling the basketball game, and the whole time, like when he is jumping in and ad lib and stuff like that, he's giving stats. He's like, yeah, Big Spring has this many fouls and this is what's happening and this and this. And the whole time I'm sitting here going, how's he keeping up with this? He's never called basketball or anything like that in his life. And, it looks like we're sitting over here sweating, just trying to talk. And he's sitting there popping off all these stats. And then we go to the end of the game and I'm sitting here writing all this stuff down and trying to deliver stats. And he's sitting there and just bam, bam, popping them off. Well, they have them all up on the scoreboard the whole game. The whole game. Whole game. I'm like, man, this guy's a genius. And at the end of the game, he's like, well, Gooney, they're right on the wall. Like, that's where I'm getting all this from. Oh, okay.
Hey.
I got you. Good.
That's
Thanks,
just
buddy.
not knowing that strikes and balls are on the scoreboard whenever you play baseball or softball.
Trying to keep up with yourself. Like, I missed out. What is it up? What is it?
Hey,
what
there
is
it is.
Oh. That's how much time's left in this game. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, I do that at the volleyball games too, because whenever you're broadcasting, you kind of have to keep up with time, because when you go to commercial breaks, you have to know how much time before you come back and talk, basically. You know, if we take a 30-second break, you start a timer and make sure you know when that 30 seconds is over, so it's not just dead air. You come back in time. Well, basically, I forgot to set my timer one time when I went to break at a volleyball game. And I'm sitting there the whole time with my eyes closed and fingers in my ear trying to count, because it's so loud in this gym, sitting here trying to count 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. So all the way to I get to about 26 and I look up and I go, oh yeah, there's a clock running for the timeout up on the scoreboard right now. And I've got to like 26 and I went, oh. And
Welcome
we're back.
back.
That's pretty much what happened. That's how that went down.
That's how I can see that going down.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's
for other people. Hey, we're gonna take a real quick break. We'll be right back with more Gooney in the morning on KBST AM and FM.
Needing an extra hand for the holidays? Between shopping, decorating, and plans for this season, there are just not enough hours to get everything done. That's why Santa's Elfettes are there to help. Santa's Elfettes are to the rescue to help you decorate, do gift wrapping, bake cookies or other desserts, and even lend a helping hand in serving your party guests. Santa's Elfettes are there to ease your workload and make sure your holidays come relaxed this year. Call Santa's Elfettes at 267-2963 and reserve a date today. That's 267-2963.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. I report on the fun, people, places, and events that happen all over the Lone Star State. I take the side roads, meet and interview the people who live there. And if I see a sign that might intrigue me, I find out about it. Hear the sound of Texas, a kaleidoscope of Texas people, places, and events.
Hear Tumbleweed Smith's Sound of Texas every weekday morning at 8:15 on KBST.
I'm Casey Welch Baker. More families than ever are making funeral arrangements in advance. By pre-planning, you save your family from having to make decisions at a difficult time, and it gives you peace of mind. At Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory, my dad, Tommy Welch, and I believe one of the most thoughtful gifts you can give your family takes no more than your time. Contact Nally Pickle and Welch, 267-6331, or visit us at npwelch.com for a free brochure on pre-planning.
Good morning. I'm Ken McIntosh, and I've been delighted to be with you this week on Look Up and Live. How quickly life changes. A single instant, a phone call, a knock on the door, an email. I'm thinking of this today because very recently I got an email from my mom about her friend who was fishing and accidentally drowned. I don't know the details yet, and I'm not sure it really matters right now. I do know that he was a great lover of life and family and friends. He was my age, on the verge of retirement, but a much better man than me. Quiet, kind, professional. At one moment, he was on the lake in his boat fishing, and the next moment, he was gone. As a pastor, I know grief. I've walked through the valley of death with many families. Mortality is always in the air if you're in the church business. And for me, that's not been a bad thing. It's actually been a good thing because it is a reminder to embrace each day as fully as possible. Every now and then, you have a day that reminds you about what is important. And for me, the news of my friend's sudden death was one of those days. This morning, I encourage you to remember that life is a gift and not a guarantee. And to live means we have the privilege to love, to brighten the day of another person, to lift someone up, to forgive and encourage and support. And if you get the chance, sit and be still, and then let the stillness begin to speak. This is Ken McIntosh inviting you to take a breath as you look up and live.
Hello, I'm Craig Holstead, the pastor of the First Presbyterian Church here in Big Spring, Texas. Did you know that the First Presbyterian Church has been in Big Spring for over 120 years? We've been around that long because we've stayed true to our purpose of proclaiming the gospel of salvation in Jesus Christ and living to be his tangible presence in the world today. People have asked me, what does it mean to be a Presbyterian? What do Presbyterians believe? I tell them the Presbyterian Church is a Christian denomination whose roots are found all the way back in the Protestant Reformation that began in the 1500s with people like John Calvin. We believe the Bible is God's inspired word for us and portrays the history of God's love for this world, a love shown most fully in the life, death, and resurrection of his Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. The Presbyterian Church, we've been here a long time. If you're looking for a church family, come join us this Sunday at 11 a.m. The First Presbyterian Church, a church home with room for you.
Are you looking for an experienced general dentist who can meet virtually all of your dental needs without having to go out of town? Dr. David Ward can. Of course, he and his team gently provide cleanings, beautiful white fillings, crowns and bridges, dentures and partials. But Dr. Ward also does all of the following: sedation, orthodontics, root canal treatment, implants to replace teeth and retain dentures, oral surgery, including wisdom teeth and implant placement, and laser gum surgery. Dr. Ward can even provide wonderful relief to some medical problems, including snoring, sleep apnea, migraines, and TMJ pain with highly effective FDA-approved therapies. At Dr. Ward's, most insurances are filed and accepted with copay. Qualified no-interest financing is also available. His high-tech office is in the beautiful historic Rock House on the corner of 15th and Scurry. See his website at davidwarddds.com. Dr. David Ward. Gentle, beautiful, high-tech dentistry right here in Big Spring.
Established almost 80 years ago, the Parks Agency is one of the oldest privately held insurance firms in the state of Texas. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson. Having lived in Big Spring all my life, Big Spring is my hometown. I encourage the growth we are seeing, but I also want to keep things local. We represent a variety of different insurance companies so we can compare coverage and price to give you, the customer, the absolute best possible value. So instead of being tied down to only one insurance company, come by 900 Main and let us show you the difference of going with an experienced local independent agent.
Coming to theaters near you, the hottest movie of the summer. Wait, wrong voice track. You're listening to Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Hey, welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It's almost Friday, November 13th, 6:54 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you, getting up and on your way. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
26 degrees outside. Giving a shout out to Bulldog Nation today. Colma Bulldogs football team headed out to San Angelo for their bi-district playoff game against Sonora tonight at 7 o'clock at San Angelo Stadium.
Big game, guys. Let's go.
Get on down there and give them some support if you can. Hey, I also want to remind everybody, get your birthdays, anniversaries into our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/KBest957 or search KBest 95.7 in the Facebook search bar. We'll read those live and on the air, along with the sweetheart of the day and school lunches when we return on Gooney in the Morning on KBST. We got TSN coming up next.
TSN News, I'm Mitch Carr. The proposed Keystone XL pipeline is a hot issue in Congress, and House Republicans are planning a vote today.
Congressman Sessions says he will be speaking on the House floor today in favor for the bill that comes to them at the urging of a Louisiana senator who is desperate to get reelected in that state's runoff election.
Democrats all across this country receiving a stiff message from voters who have seen not only obstruction by the Democrats, but a fight that the president has had with consumers and families of this country.
He says the president, who had previously been against the building of the pipeline, has been more open to the idea in the past few weeks. The Senate will vote on the matter next Tuesday. Austin York, TSN News.
A Bible teaching ministry in North Texas has won a round in court in a fight against Obamacare.
A federal judge in Plano granted a preliminary injunction that blocked Living Ministries in Frisco from having to provide abortion-inducing drugs and devices as part of its health care plan. The group was represented in court by the Liberty Institute, which says religious groups shouldn't be forced to comply with that part of the health care law because it goes against what they believe. However, the government argued in court that it already allows entities to opt out of providing the services. Matt Thomas, TSN News.
When the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals ruled the state's improper photography law was unconstitutional, it caught the attention of a lawyer representing a Collin County man, and it now appears prosecutors may be forced to drop charges against a man who was taking pictures using his camera looking up under women's skirts.
62-year-old Hamid Shorey of Dallas admitted he did it. He used a cell phone to take pictures looking up the skirts of unsuspecting women at a Michaels store in Plano last year. But after a Texas Criminal Court of Appeals ruling in September, that plea has been reversed and sent back to Collin County, where it will be dismissed. Shorey's attorney, John Hunter, says there are still consequences, just not criminal ones.
This kind of behavior, if it rises to that level, is likely actionable in civil court as well, or anything else if the facts turn out to be a situation where someone is indeed snapping an upskirt photograph or doing something else to invade someone's privacy.
He says no criminal improper photography charges can stand in Texas until the law is rewritten. LP Phillips, TSN News.
While the debate between taxi companies and app-based ride services continues, Houston rules have been changed to allow companies such as Uber to pick up passengers at the airports. The new rules will require any app-based ride service to get special permits, and they'll have to pay the same fees to the city that are charged to cab drivers. Houston joined Chicago, Nashville, and San Francisco in allowing the ride services to operate at airports. This is TSN News.
This is Inside Texas Business, featuring Lone Star State companies committed to creating growth through unique business practices. Rich Kugasko, CEO of Texas Mutual Insurance Company, says,
for more than 2 decades, we've helped Texas prevent workplace accidents and reduce the human and monetary costs that come with them through industry-leading safety and claims management services.
Inside Texas Business, sponsored by Texas Mutual Insurance Company, a workers' comp provider committed to stopping workplace accidents before they happen. More at WorksafeTexas.com.
News happens fast, so get your Texas news updates now at LoneStarTexasNews.com. Trust Lone Star Texas News to bring you the stories that impact Texas border to border. Reliable, fast, and as close as your smartphone or computer. Lone Star Texas News is a service of Texas Mutual Insurance Company. Texas Mutual Insurance Company is a workers' comp provider committed to stopping workplace accidents before they happen. For more information, go to WorksafeTexas.com. And remember, find all of your news now at LoneStarTexasNews.com.
Violent protests over the disappearance of 43 college students in Mexico's Guerrero state have now spread to the resort city of Acapulco. As Mexico gets ready to commemorate a holiday on Monday, hotels in Acapulco have seen a wave of cancellations after demonstrators temporarily shut down the airport and blocked highways. More cancellations have been registered for Christmas week. The European Space Agency has published the first image taken from the surface of a comet. The space agency says its Philae lander is still stable despite a failure to latch on properly to the comet's rocky terrain yesterday. And outgoing Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe says he plans to pardon his son's felony marijuana conviction. Beebe says his son Kyle deserves the same second chance as other nonviolent offenders. I'm Mitch Carr on the Texas State Network.
With news every hour, this is KBST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Richard Davies. The first change resulting from last week's midterm election could be a vote to approve an oil pipeline. Despite a veto threat by President Obama, the House is set to vote today on Keystone XL. ABC's Stephen Portnoy says the Senate's likely to vote next week.
Prior attempts to force Keystone approval through Congress have been stymied by partisan gridlock. Now, in an effort led by Louisiana Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu and the Republican congressman hoping to unseat her, both houses will vote on the pipeline. Louisiana voters will choose between Landrieu and Congressman Bill Cassidy in a runoff next month. Both hope to take credit if the Keystone bill becomes law.
Environmental groups say a global agreement on reducing greenhouse gas emissions is more likely after the deal announced yesterday between the U.S. and China. The Obama administration says China has agreed to reduce the production of coal power plants.
That kind of commitment to renewable energy, whether it's nuclear power or wind and solar, is a significant boon to the industry. And there are innovators and entrepreneurs back in the United States that stand to benefit from this commitment by the Chinese government.
White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest. Protecting privacy, the goal of 19 auto manufacturers. They've agreed to keep information collected from navigation and mobile devices private. Protests in a Massachusetts town against a plan to ban all tobacco sales.
This meeting with all these cameras here is a mockery of this town in front of the United States of America.
One man in Westminster, Massachusetts, town health officials say they want to protect children with a ban. Protesters say that would be oppressive. The European Space Agency has published the first image taken from the surface of a comet. A small landing craft is still said to be stable after it touched down yesterday, but did not latch on properly to the comet's rocky terrain. This is ABC News.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
We were rolling down this road in
Anbar province.
all of a sudden
There's a huge explosion.
we knew right away.
It was an IED.
Then we started taking
Sniper fire and RPGs from the hills.
Today's servicewomen face the same combat dangers as men.
It's pretty amazing.
We made it out alive.
But at home, women veterans face different challenges. DAV understands this and fights to get women veterans the health, disability, and financial benefits they were promised. Visit DAV.org for free help.
Violent protests over the disappearance of 43 college students in Mexico's Guerrero state have now spread to the resort city of Acapulco. Popular with many tourists as Mexico gets ready to commemorate a holiday on Monday, hotels in Acapulco have seen a wave of cancellations after demonstrators temporarily shut down the airport and blocked highways. It was a harrowing rescue at No. 1 World Trade Center in New York. 2 window washers were dangling from the 68th floor. They were transported to a hospital, treated for mild hypothermia. New York City Fire Department Commissioner Daniel Nigro.
2 workers were on that scaffold on the 68th floor when it suddenly went from horizontal to nearly vertical. The cables did not break. The slack developed on the west side of the scaffolding, causing it to go to that position.
Elrod's Furniture is pleased to announce that we are now the authorized dealer for Flex Steel furniture. Flex Steel, America's seating specialist, has been producing high-quality furniture for over 100 years. The Latitudes collection features the Dual Flex spring system that sets the standard for comfort. This spring system pairs the famous blue ribbon seat spring with helical coils into a durable steel frame. And because it's Flex Steel, both the wood frame and the spring system are guaranteed for life. The Latitudes collection lets you enjoy the quality of Flex Steel furniture, as well as the luxury of fine leather at prices you can afford. So come in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
Choate Well Service has lots of equipment for your water well needs. We drill water wells that are always cased and gravel packed to keep the well from caving and sanding in. Choate Well Service drills and finishes a well to state specifications for oil well sites and domestic applications. For your water well needs, call us. Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through 2nd grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
Woods Boots are the best.
Woods Boots has been owned and operated for 4 generations by the same West Texas family for 49 years. We're celebrating our anniversary, and you are getting all the savings. A large group of ladies' corral boots are $49 off. A large group of men's long sleeve and all short sleeve shirts are 49% off. A large group of men's boots from Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama are only $129.99, and all straw hats are 49% off. So come celebrate our 49 years in business. Woods Boots, the original since 1965, Eastside 20 in Colorado City.
Take advantage of Big Spring's Big Break from Westex and save money faster. With new low prices on fast, high-quality internet, you can enjoy faster download speeds for a fraction of the cost. And the best part is, no more dealing with those big out-of-town companies. With high-speed internet starting at just $22.35, Westex will move you faster and cheaper than anyone. And if you need even faster speed, we have you covered up to 3 megabits. That's enough speed for all your upload, download, and online gaming needs. If you're tired of paying too much for internet and just want to sit down face-to-face to do business, call Westex. We're faster, cheaper, and just more pleasant to work with. Give us a call today at 432-263-0091 or stop by our office at 711 Scurry Street to find out more. Brought to you by your friends at Westex. Small world, wide open.
Okay, everyone, here it is. If I can't beat any deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. I've been trying to convince everyone to just give us a shot. Shop right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford. And still people are spending more money to buy somewhere else. So let me repeat that. If Big Spring Ford can't beat any written deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. That's right. It is time for everyone to buy all of their Fords right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford. We have every financing option available so we can get you financed. We have great people who will take care of you. A service department that will do everything they can to fix your vehicle right the first time and get it back to you as soon as possible. We want to earn your business and keep all of that tax money right here to help the people of Big Spring. So come see us at Big Spring Ford. And remember, if we can't beat any deal on a new Ford, we will just give it to you.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group News for Thursday, November 13th. The time is 7:09 a.m. and it's currently 26 degrees. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. In a media release from the Big Spring Police Department announced that on the 8th of November 2014, just before noon, Big Spring Police Department officers were dispatched to the Roy Anderson Sports Complex in regards to suspicious incident. Officers learned that a child was in the parking lot when an older white male told the child to come to him and that he had something for the child. The child then ran off, locked himself in his own vehicle, and later contacted his mother. At the time of this, the older white male was within his own vehicle, described as a white Chevrolet Silverado with a black grill guard. The mother of the child told the police once she learned of the incident, she responded to the parking lot and received the license plate of the suspect's vehicle as it was driving off. The license plate given to police is registered to an elderly female individual in Big Spring. At this point within the investigation, officers do not have the required information to formally charge anyone with a criminal offense. The charge enticing a child requires an element to the officers to prove the individual intended to interfere with the custodial rights of the guardian. At this time, they do not know what the intent of the older white male was. The Criminal Investigation Division is following up on this incident. This is an ongoing investigation, and the Big Spring Police Department has no further information available at this time. And the Big Spring Fire Department would like you to know that there are simple steps you can take to protect yourself from deadly carbon monoxide fumes. Each year in America, more than 150 people die from accidental, non-fire-related carbon monoxide poisoning associated with consumer products. These products include a faulty, improperly used, or incorrectly vented fuel-burning appliances such as furnaces, stoves, water heaters, and fireplaces. You may ask yourself what exactly carbon monoxide is. CO, often called the silent killer, is a gas you cannot see, taste, or smell. It can be created when fossil fuels such as kerosene and gasoline, coal, and natural gas, propane, methane, or wood that does not burn properly. For a list of symptoms of CO poisoning and the process you can take to avoid exposure, you can visit the KBest Facebook page at kbest.com/KBEST957. The city of Big Spring will begin water line replacement today. The following areas will be affected: Kentucky Way to South Interstate 20 and Baylor Avenue to Birdwell Lane. Residents in these areas may experience little to no water pressure. Their water will be restored as soon as the work is complete. The city of Big Spring regrets any inconvenience related to the line replacement and requests your patience during this project. Big Spring Independent School District Superintendent Chris Wigington tells KBST News that Big Spring schools will have an early release tomorrow at 1 o'clock. This is due to the Big Spring Steers playing in Aledo this Friday night, which is near DFW. Go Steers. The holidays are here, and Healthy Woman, a Scenic Mountain Medical Center resource, is ready to hand out some healthy eating tips. Today at 11:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m., Paula Sousis, an SMMC nutritionist and diabetic educator, will be speaking on how to enjoy the holiday goodies without going overboard at Healthy Holiday with Paula Sue. The Lunch and Learn will take place at 11:30 a.m. and will include a sit-down meal. The Healthy Woman presentation will be at 5:30 p.m. with refreshments provided. Both sessions will take place in the Senior Circle Room at Scenic Mountain Medical Center. To RSVP for the event or to find out more information, call Amanda Duferrod at 432-268-4699 or Anita Klein at 432-268-4721. And if you need to get rid of some bulky metal and plastic electronic items, then now is your chance. Keep Big Spring Beautiful and the city of Big Spring are sponsoring a weekend of e-waste collection, which is open to anyone, business or individual. Friday, businesses or anyone with bulk amounts of 10 or more computers can bring them to the city landfill from 2 to 4 p.m. And Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. will be the collection of fewer computers and electronic devices. No batteries will be accepted. The landfill is located at 4100 East FM 700, just south of eastbound Interstate 20. And just a reminder, if you do bring a computer and haven't pulled the hard drive, you will be required to sign a waiver of information on that computer at the collection site. For more information about this weekend's e-waste collection, you can call Keep Big Spring Beautiful President Peggy Hopper at 214-773-6775 or city employee Johnny Womack at 432-264-2500. And it's that time of year. The Big Spring Area Chamber of Commerce is having their annual toy drive from now until December 8th. They are asking you to help fill the chamber building with new unwrapped toys for boys and girls ages 2 through 18. Toys may be dropped off at 215 West 3rd Street here in Big Spring. Toys collected will assist CASA, Cossacks Motorcycle Club Permian Basin Chapter, the Salvation Army, and Spring Tabernacle Ministries. Help others in our community of Big Spring, Cahoma, and Forsan fill the chamber building with toys and gifts. For more information, you can call the chamber at 432-263-7671. Christmas open house at the Heritage Museum will be Saturday, November 15th. It starts off at 10 a.m. with Tumbleweed Smith signing his CD of the 28 most fascinating people he's interviewed in the past 45 years. Then Gail Pittman will be there at 1 p.m. to sign his new personal cookbook. So head on down to the Heritage Museum for a fun and eventful day. The United Way of Big Spring in Howard County invites you to dine out for Dine Out Days. It's a way for you to enjoy some great food while helping to support its 17 member agencies. This week, dine out at the Yellow Rose Cafe, and a portion of their sales will go to benefit the United Way of Big Spring in Howard County. The Yellow Rose Cafe is located inside the Scenic Mountain Medical Center at 1601 West 11th Place. In obituaries, Doris Banks, 88 of Big Spring, died Monday, November 10th at Lehman Lusk Sanchez, Texas State Veterans Home. The family will receive friends from 6 to 8 p.m. today at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Graveside services will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Trinity Memorial Park, Peace Chapel. Wendy Hale Winters, 37 of Big Spring, died Sunday, November 9th. The family will receive friends tomorrow, November 14th, from 1 to 2 p.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral services will follow at 2 p.m., and burial will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. KBST News Time is 7:17 a.m. This portion of your news is brought to you by Myers and Smith Funeral Home. We'll be back with more sports and a look at your weather right after this.
When you're called upon to make funeral arrangements, it can all be overwhelming. That's why we go out of our way to help you keep the focus on family.
They were sensitive to our family's needs. For that, I'll always be grateful.
We offer your family sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST News Time is 7:17. Here's KBST Sports Director Gooney with your sports.
Thanks, Kayla. It's a big day for the Bulldog Nation as Kahoma is heading to San Angelo later today for their bi-district playoff game against the Sonora Broncos. That's going to be at San Angelo Stadium there in San Angelo, Texas. 7 p.m. kickoff, pregame at 6:45 with Josh Caudell and Adrian Abrego. I'll be on the sidelines of that game, posting videos on Facebook.com/KBest957, and you can catch all the action on the mighty 1490 KBST AM immediately following the Pigskin Prediction Show. Also, Cahoma's going to have a send-off today from the high school at 2:30 to send the Bulldogs off to San Angelo. Go Bulldogs. Also, the Big Spring Ladies Steers junior varsity and varsity basketball teams are going to travel to Colorado City today for matches at 5 and 6:30. The Howard College Hawks men's basketball team beat Wayland Baptist JV last night, 65-37 on the road. They're going to head to Thatcher, Arizona Friday for the 2-day Eastern Arizona Classic. And the Lady Hawks will be in Hillsboro against Hill College on Saturday. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets got the big win over Minnesota, 113-101. They'll be home against the 76ers at 7 p.m. tomorrow. 76ers are going to travel to Dallas today to take on the Mavs at 7:30. And in the NHL, the Dallas Stars will be in Los Angeles to take on the Kings tonight at 9:30. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
Thanks, Gooney. KBest News Time is 7:19 a.m. A complete look at your Howard County weather forecast right after this.
Pastor Courtney Ballard and the good folks at the Circuit Riders Cowboy Church of Howard County would like to invite you and your family to their Sunday worship services at 10 o'clock. Bible study begins at 9. Cowboy Church is located south of Big Spring at 5108 Nichols Road, and that's across the street from the Elbow Elementary School at the corner of Farm Road 818 and Nichols Road. Dress is casual. Come join us for old-time gospel and country songs. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
KBST News Time is 7:20 a.m. Today's Pinpoint 7 weather forecast is brought to you by Circuit Riders Cowboy Church. Today is going to be partly sunny with a high near 33 degrees. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's partly cloudy with a low around 26. Friday, tomorrow's mostly sunny with a high near 45 degrees. Friday night's partly cloudy with a low around 32. Winds are going to be out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. I'm Kayla Kay with your KBS Radio Group weather. Keep it here for more. Gooney in the morning coming up. We have local birthdays and Sweethearted of the Day on KBST's Gooney in the Morning right after this.
Reason number 11 for choosing Back in Motion Chiropractic, digital x-rays.
Back in Motion utilizes digital x-rays to bring higher quality diagnostic radiology to you at a more affordable price. Digital x-rays also make it more convenient for you to carry your results with you if you've been referred to our office by another physician or if our doctors have referred you for other specialized care. Convenient and better quality. At Back in Motion, our number one goal is you.
Just call 267-BACK. That's 267-2225.
The holidays are on their way, whether we're ready or not. Are you really going to go another year with your relatives and guests looking at your stained carpet? Oh, that's horrible!
A disaster.
Don't do it. Give yourself a gift this holiday season with brand new carpet. Imagine the look of your beautiful Christmas tree standing on new carpet and the comments you'll receive.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
Exquisite.
Gorgeous.
Exquisite.
With the huge sale going on at Tisha's Flooring Essentials, you can afford a gift for yourself And they have a complete showroom of the many options for your home. Tile flooring, hardwood, cabinets, countertops, window coverings, all those things that make a house a home. Now's the time to take a look, just in time for the holidays. Stop by Tisha's Flooring Essentials on MLK Drive at the top of the rock. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and by appointment on weekends. Exquisite!
The calendar may confuse her sometimes, but she'll make your belly rumble. Heather's got the school lunches on Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST, AM and FM. It's almost Friday, November 13th, 7:23 here at the KBS Studios. 27 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
We're giving shout-outs today to the Bulldog football team. They're going to be traveling up to down to San Angelo, rather, to take on the Sonora Broncos in the bi-district round of the playoffs tonight. 7 o'clock matchup. Mighty 1490 KBST AMs, where you'll be able to check out all that action. Go get them, Bulldogs.
Woo!
Roof.
That was a good one.
That's my Bulldog bark.
That's exactly how they sound, too, when they bark.
They do. They're mean sounding. Let's do some school lunches.
All right, today is November 13th. For Big Spring, they're having chicken nuggets or a meatball sandwich with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. And in Kahoma, they're having beef chalupas with tacos or chicken fajita taco salad.
Can't go wrong there.
No, they have all kinds of stuff to put on your taco salad, guys. All right, and in Force Ann, they're having chicken enchilada casserole, chicken fajita taco salad, or turkey and cheese wrap with sun chips.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, in Sands, they're having meatball sub sandwich, garden salad, or savory green beans.
They're very savory.
Very savory.
Very savory.
I love the school green beans.
We get some birthdays.
Yes.
Birthdays here on the Facebook page, facebook.com/KBS957. We got Tara Beeler wishing a happy 30th birthday to Chase Stiles. That's from everyone at the Glasscock County Sheriff's Office and his family. Happy birthday, Chase. The big 3-0 today.
What?
I'll be there in about half a year.
You got 6 years.
So scary. We got Valerie Peters wishing a happy 30th birthday to Sean Peters. Happy birthday, Sean. There's a couple 30s right there back to back. And Monica Moran wishing a happy birthday to Kelsey Zubiate. That's from her aunt, uncle, cousins that love you very much. She goes to Elbow Elementary. Happy birthday, little Miss Kelsey. You had some call-in birthdays as well, didn't you?
I did. We had a call-in birthday for Trenton Crenshaw. He is 19, and that's from your mom. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Trenton.
And then we had a call-in birthday for Kelly Owen. So happy birthday to Kelly Owen.
Happy birthday, Kelly. If you're having a birthday or anniversary out there today, we here at Gooney in the Morning want to wish you a very special birth-anniversary. Hey, we were in sync. Well, not in sync, but together.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was just waiting for you to do it.
Nice. Who's our sweetheart today?
Our sweetheart of the day is Miss Chelsea Shepard.
Well, congratulations to Miss Chelsea. I'm trying to combine her first and last name. Sorry, Chelsea. Congratulations. She'll be receiving a beautiful rose in a bud vase from the fine folks there at Faye's Flowers. If you happen to see Chelsea today, congratulate her on getting the sweetheart of the day. Be sure to thank her for everything she does and give her $1.
Yeah.
Kayla Kate bundling up. Be sure to do the same today as you head outside. It is 26 degrees outside, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very cold out there. You got some celebrity birthdays?
I got some good celebrity birthdays.
Let's hear them.
All right. My favorite one on here is probably Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. He listens every morning, I hear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to think so, at least.
Well, happy 47th birthday, Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, man. You're 47, Jimmy?
Yeah. They call him Meta World Peace, but it's Ron Artest.
They're still calling him that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I know he changed his name.
I thought they changed it
a little bit ago, but anyways, Meta World Peace is 35 today. Gerard Butler is 45.
45?
King Leonidas.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Steve Zahn is 47.
Who's Steve Zahn? Refresh my memory on that one.
Steve Zahn, he was a superstar character from Sahara, Reality Bites, That Thing You Do, Joyride, Saving Silverman.
I've seen all these movies and I just can't put a face with that name.
He was the voice of the chicken in Little Chicken.
What was
Chicken
his name
Little?
again?
Steve Zahn. Zahn. I know once you see his face, you'll know.
The spelling of that just reminded me who it was. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He's the one that
He also The Perfect Getaway with Mila Jovovich.
Oh yeah,
he was in that movie too.
See, the one that I'm thinking of course, one of my all-time favorite movies was the Saving Silverman that he was in. But what was that other one that he was in where he had wasn't he in the movie where they went around and they sold the drinks and stuff? Like the energy drinks?
No, that is Role Models that you're thinking of. And it was the guy that played Stifler.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting them mixed up.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like the other played Stifler. If you don't have pictures side by side.
That's true.
Or a memory of what Stifler looks like.
Oh, this one. Whoopi Goldberg is 59 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Hey, do you want to know what her real name is?
She has a different name?
Karen Elaine Johnson.
Really?
That's her real name.
Wow. That just blew my mind.
Yep.
Like, I'm never going to be able to watch that one movie again the same.
Yeah.
What's that movie called? Where she was a nun? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
Everybody is just yelling at their radio right now. Everyone's just screaming at it.
I just think of her from that, was it Rat Race, when they had to go around the world to get that money in the train station? It had Mr. Bean in it.
Sister Act.
That's what it was.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean for
that's somebody calling in telling us, I bet.
To yell at your radio. It was Sister Act. I know, I'm sorry. A little bit late.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's all right, though. It's Thursday, everybody. It's an exciting day. Once again, we want to wish the Oklahoma Bulldog football team good luck tonight as they head to San Angelo. Be sure to bundle up, Bulldog Nation, as you head down there to cheer on those kiddos. It's going to be a cold one tonight. A very, very cold evening. 26, we're up to 27 degrees right now.
1 degree.
Right now, yeah. It's very, very scary. But we'll have your full Howard County weather forecast coming up here in just a few minutes, and more Gooney in the morning when we return right here on KVST AM and FM. Hey, we got TSN coming up next.
$4.99. DQ Country Basket, extra gravy.
DQ fans, rush in now for a DQ Chicken Strip Country Basket. 4 tasty chicken strips, golden fries, Texas toast, and DQ's famous country gravy. All just $4.99. For a tailgate deal, stop at DQ. This is the stop sign of Texas.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Mitch Carr. The controversial Keystone XL pipeline bill comes up for a vote on Capitol Hill today. TSN's Austin York spoke with Texas Congressman Pete Sessions.
Congressman Sessions says the bill that will be introduced on the House floor today is identical to the one in the Senate. And this vote comes at the urging of a Louisiana senator who is bucking her party to vote for it.
There's in the balance at least one more seat that's in Louisiana where a member of the United States Senate who is a Democrat, once again, Louisiana, and she is desperate to have this.
He says the president, who has previously been against the building of the pipeline, has been more open to the idea in the past few weeks. Sessions says the recent election has many Democrats finally listening to the will of the American people. Austin York, TSN News.
The Senate vote is set for next Tuesday. A federal appeals court is refusing to reconsider a ruling allowing the University of Texas at Austin to consider race as a factor in undergraduate admissions. The university was sued by Abigail Fisher, who claims she was denied admission because she is white. UT President Bill Powers says the core argument all along has been the educational value of diversity.
It's important because all of our students, regardless of their ethnicity or race, are going to be out in a very diverse world, both globally and within the United States.
Fisher's attorneys say they plan to take the case back to the U.S. Supreme Court. 2 of the largest publishers of textbooks in the country are coming under fire by science and education advocates who say the proposed social studies textbooks for Texas are misleading and inaccurate.
The textbooks by Pearson Education and McGraw-Hill will go before the State Board of Education next week for final approval, and that concerns National Center for Science Education's Josh Rosenoff, who says the books wrongly portray climate change.
These are things that in Pearson's science textbooks, they cover the science accurately. And in McGraw-Hill's textbooks, they cover the science accurately. And it's irresponsible and hard to understand how the social studies textbooks went so far afield.
Rosenoff says he's most concerned that if the books are approved in Texas, the publishers will then market them with the inaccurate information to other states. In Austin, Diane Hodges, TSN News.
A drilling site in Hartley County is at the center of a dispute involving OSHA. Spradling LP of Borger is disputing citations for 13 alleged safety and health violations at an oil drilling site in Channing. The federal agency has proposed a $46,000 fine after a complaint sparked an inspection. More to come on TSN's Morning News Break. Now this.
West Extra Parts on the Snyder Highway in Big Spring has been in business since 1947 and has over 1 million parts in stock. More are coming in every day. Westex specializes in parts for late model pickups. So if you need a part, you know where to go to get it. Call Westex at 263-5000. You'll be talking to someone who can help. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
That I sit on my own because I smell. I'm a loser. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes.
In biology, chemistry, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
and in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today. The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Morning News Break from TSN. The sudden drop in temperature across the state literally making some people sick.
Allergists like Dr. Dennis Dilley say they're being flooded with calls from people who think they have allergy symptoms, but that's not what it is.
It looks just like allergies, but this sudden weather change will sometimes cause people to have allergy symptoms. The symptoms are a little different. They're usually more headache, scratchy throat, sinus pressure, maybe a little bit of coughing.
Because it's not allergies, typical allergy medicines don't work. The bad news, when allergy season does arrive next month, it's going to be a monster. In San Antonio, Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
And some of tonight's high school football playoff games are going to be played in very cold temperatures.
And with temperatures at game time expected to be in the 30s, with wind chills in the 20s, players are going to feel the cold. Fans in the stands, even bundled in blankets, will feel that chill. And the high school bands performing halftime shows will probably need an extra layer of warm clothing underneath their uniforms. Cameron Fairchild, TSN News.
Several conservative groups are calling for a hard spending limit, as they put it, on the state legislature, worried that the legislature will take the expected record surplus and spend it all. The groups say the size of Texas government has grown far more than the population growth plus inflation over the past decade. Josiah Neely is with the R Street Foundation. He says it shows him that lawmakers will use the surplus brought on by the energy boom to make the government grow even bigger.
The natural tendency of elected politicians is to spend as much money as they can. That's why the spending limit is so important.
Several conservative groups point out that Health and Human Services and TxDOT are already asking for huge budget increases, and other agencies are expected to follow. Well, while the debate between taxi companies and app-based ride services continues in many cities, Houston's rules have been changed to allow companies such as Uber to pick up passengers at the airports. The new rules will require any app-based ride service to get special permits and have to pay the same fees to the city charged to cab drivers. Houston joins Nashville, Chicago, and San Francisco in allowing the ride services to operate at airports. Uber and Lyft came to Houston earlier this year and got the okay to do business in the city a few weeks ago, and now they can start offering service at Bush Intercontinental and at Hobby. Tyler is the latest Texas city to okay the purchase of body cameras cameras for its police department. The city council has approved the money to buy 135 cameras, which should be in use by early next year. The police chief in Tyler says his officers have been testing these cameras for about 5 years as a way of improving safety, and he says everyone tends to behave better when they know they're being videotaped. The city of Tyler still has to write up the policies for how the cameras would be used. Also, the final auction of items belonging to a late Houston doctor is in the books.
Dr. Michael Brown made a fortune off of his Michael Brown Hand Centers and lost it all after drugs, marital problems, and bankruptcy took their toll. He died a year ago, 2 weeks after a suicide attempt. Auctioneer Billy Webster says Brown collected boots, suits, guns, cars, jewelry, and much more.
Some people said, he was the smartest man that they've ever met, and some people say he was also the craziest man that they've ever met.
He says there was so much stuff that Brown's possessions were sold over 10 or so auctions, bringing in about $3 million. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
The fire chief in Sweetwater says it'll take a few days to clean up a diesel fuel spill along Highway 70. A truck crashed yesterday just north of town, spilling about 4,000 gallons. KTXS reports the truck driver is in stable condition at a Sweetwater hospital. 3 Texans have advanced. One is out after the first elimination round on The Voice. Craig Boyd of Mesquite, Reagan James of Burleson, and Luke Wade of Fort Worth all got through the episode. Taylor Phelan of Sherman did not, despite having been the one who got all 4 judges to turn their chairs during that first blind audition. The top 12, including the 3 Texans, will perform again next Monday. And the Jonas Brothers are selling their Texas home. The singers listed the 7,000 square foot pad in North Texas, which has 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, a media room, and a huge saltwater pool. The asking price, $3.2 million. Still to come, Mike Rogers.
It's a taste of home for a very lucky group of U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan.
Zachary said, they're like gold here, Mom. It was a huge morale booster.
I'm Mike Rogers. We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
As Morning News Break continues.
Choice. This is what you will get with Parks Agency. Why shop anywhere else for insurance when Parks Agency is a one-stop shop? Get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted with almost any national insurance company such as Allstate, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, and Progressive, just to name a few. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, and all of us here at the Parks Agency have been devoted to our customers and our community since 1935. We work for you. Stop by 900 Main or call us at 267-5504 and you experience the difference of choice.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through 2nd grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
And now TSN's Mike Rogers takes a look at the other side of the news.
It's a taste of home for a very lucky group of American soldiers serving in Afghanistan, thanks to the mother of one of them, Tricia Monroe of Oronogo, Missouri, whose son is in the Army National Guard.
And how it started was I sent out parcels every 2 weeks to him, and 1 week I sent a box of Twinkies.
Which he showed to a friend who was very jealous. And so she sent another package with 2 boxes of Twinkies and then a dozen boxes for everyone to enjoy. And when they opened those up,
apparently they went nuts.
Look at this lovely box of Twinkies.
They were so excited.
I licked the box. It's so delicious.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
And so Operation Twinkie was born.
I started a Facebook page for it, and before you knew it, I think it was 180 boxes that we sent over to Afghanistan.
Now, that was a couple of months ago. And now?
I think we've sent close to 2,000 boxes.
All donated, along with the money to mail them.
The first unit we sent cost $321.80, I believe.
And it took how long to get there?
About a week and a half.
Which may sound like a long time, but hey, we're talking Twinkies here.
Well, yeah.
Silly customer,
You cannot hurt a Twinkie.
Zachary said, they're like gold here, Mom. It was a huge morale booster.
But why stop at Twinkies? How about ding-dongs and cupcakes?
I did have in Zachary's unit, one girl contacted me and said, could we have some ho-hos or, something chocolate?
You better be careful. They're all going to come back weighing 300 pounds.
Well, I don't know about that. Apparently they work pretty hard over there and they can burn it off. So maybe they'll have a lot of cavities, but that I'm not so sure of.
And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
And now with a look at TSN Sports, here's Chris Schneider.
Thank you, Mitch. Good morning. NBA play south of the border last night. Rockets beat the T-Wolves 113-101 in Mexico City. It was the bearded one, James Harden, with 23 points and 10 assists. Dwight Howard with 22 points and 10 rebounds. So Houston 7-1. That's tied with Memphis for the best record in the West. Dallas 5-3, 2 games back. Spurs are 4-3, 2.5 games back. As for football, the Cowboys headed into their bye week. They will practice today and then have the rest of the weekend off. The Texans are coming out of their bye week as they get ready for a trip to Cleveland and a tough one against the Browns on Sunday. To baseball, Texas native Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers ace, the unanimous winner of his third NL Cy Young Award. Cleveland's Corey Kluber is the American League Cy Young Award winner. Dodgers and Rangers will play in the Alamo City this spring. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And recapping our top story, the Keystone XL Pipeline project is up for a vote today in the U.S. House. With Morning News Break, I'm Mitch Carr, TSN News.
State National Bank is here for you. Whatever your needs in the way of banking, State National can supply them. We have helped farmers and ranchers and other entrepreneurs for more than 100 years. We're locally owned and operated. You don't have to go out of town to get an answer when you're applying for a loan. We have experienced bankers who keep up with the latest financial trends. State National was voted the best bank in Big Spring in the latest newspaper poll. People you know, tradition you trust. Member FDIC.
Woods Boots are the best. Woods Boots has been owned and operated for 4 generations by the same West Texas family for 49 years. We're celebrating our anniversary, and you are getting all the savings. A large group of ladies' corral boots are $49 off. A large group of men's long sleeve and all short sleeve shirts are 49% off. A large group of men's boots from Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama are only $129.99, and all straw hats are 49% off. So come celebrate our 49 years in business. Woods Boots, the original since 1965, Eastside 20 in Colorado City.
Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's not doing the truffle shuffle. It's Gooney in the morning on KBS 95.7.
Ever seen a diamond in the flesh? I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address. In a torn up town, no postcode envy, but every song's like gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room.
Oh, welcome back.
We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams.
That's right.
Everybody's like
Chris. Hey. Feel like a DJ. Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBest. KBST AM and FM.
Yep.
Online at kbestmedia.com.
On YouTube.
Sunlink Channel 2 and 10 in Stanton.
We got all kinds of stuff going on.
On your KBest app for your Apple or Android device. We're everywhere.
Shout out to Android.
Yeah, I ran into a listener that moved to Lubbock over the past year. She graduated and went to, I believe she went up there to go to Tech. And she was at the volleyball game the other day, and she said, man, I've been missing Gooney in the morning. I said, that's not an excuse anymore. I said, there's tons of ways to listen. So,
yep.
There you go. Hey, I also want to remind everybody, every Tuesday on Gooney in the Morning, we do give away a free meal for 2 to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe at 1307 East 4th Street. Brenda's is open Monday through Friday, 11 to 8. Since today's Thursday, their lunch special from 11 to 3 is hamburger steak or meatloaf. And then tonight from 4 to 8, it's all-you-can-eat pork chops for only $9.95 there at Brenda's Hilltop Cafe.
Nice.
Also, we got the holiday open house going on at the Heritage Museum this Saturday.
Yeah.
Mr. Tumbleweed Smith will be there at 10 o'clock signing his newly released Best of CD, Tumbleweed's Picks. You want to check this out. We had him on Community Calendar yesterday.
Yeah.
One of the most fun interviews I've had in a long time. I mean, Tumbleweed, it was an honor to get to interview him to start with. I mean, Tumbleweed's syndicated in 60 some odd stations, I believe.
I think so,
Probably
yes.
more than that. I mean, he's all over the place. He has a star down there in Dallas on the Broadcasting Walk of Fame. I mean, it was a real treat to get to interview him. And that's, Tumbleweed Smith, growing up in Big Spring, you always hear about Tumbleweed, but I don't know if we all realize how big of a deal it is to have Tumbleweed from Big Spring.
It's a huge deal.
So, yeah, if you can get down there Saturday to the Heritage Museum, get down there and meet Tumbleweed. He'll be signing autographs, signing his CD. It's only $10 for this CD. And there are some really, really funny stories.
And he's a great guy. Absolutely fantastic. His company is just amazing.
Yeah, Tumbleweed, he's a fantastic guy. A great person to have here in our community. So like I said, if you can get down there tomorrow or Saturday at 10 a.m. to the Heritage Museum, you'll get to meet Tumbleweed Smith, shake his hand, take a picture, get to chat with him a little bit, and be sure to pick up that CD. Also, they'll be on sale there at the Heritage Museum. So if you're wanting to pick one of those CDs up, just get on down there, and $10. That's not that bad.
Not at all.
And it's funny. It'll make you laugh.
Especially for
Trust
that
me.
city.
Gail Pittman will also be there, 1 o'clock. He has a newly released cookbook. That's
That is
exciting
awesome.
right there.
I want that cookbook.
Gail, of course. He's also a staple right here in Big Spring.
Yes, he is.
With his sweet treats that he's been providing us for years and years and years.
Yep.
He's a diabetic's best friend. Me and Gil. Every time I get around Gil, I'm like, what's up, buddy? He's like, hey, Gooney, stop. You stop it.
And he's such a sweetheart, too.
He is.
Man,
Gil's
he's
such a great guy. Does a lot for the community here.
Yes.
Really, really involved with the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. He does a lot for those folks every year. He'll be down there releasing his new cookbook and signing that as well. So get on down there. This is a big deal for Gail. Get on down there, show your support. He'll be at the Heritage Museum at about 1 o'clock doing that on Saturday. So Saturday is a cool day to get down to the Heritage Museum.
Exactly.
Get on down there. And if you haven't been to the Heritage Museum yet, you're definitely missing out.
That place is great. I love going in there.
Yeah.
Especially up to like the second floor.
Oh, I know it.
And the Longhorn collection.
There's so
it's
much.
my favorite.
Like, I really enjoy going and checking out like all the Cosden stuff.
Yes.
From back whenever the refinery was the Cosden refinery, back before it was FINA. And that's, when it originally opened. That's what I enjoy. Because I've worked in that refinery since I was 16.
Yeah.
I started out there in the high school program during the summer painting fire hydrants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've done, I've worked that type of job through cleanup crews and, operations jobs out there. So
All
I've been,
9 yards.
yeah, I've been in and out of that refinery out there. So it's really cool to get to, take a little stroll through time and check out what it was originally like back in the day. Oh, it's neat. There's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of you folks that have moved into the area due to the oil boom and stuff going around here, the Heritage Museum is something you want to check out because there's a lot of history.
And the history of Big Spring is actually really interesting.
Oh, it is.
It is. I love hearing about it.
Oh, man, I know it. It's a great community to be from, and the history is rich history here around Big Spring. It's awesome. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
Also, Dine Out Days this week at the Yellow Rose Cafe there at Scenic Mountain Medical Center. Get out and support the United Way and its 17 members agencies by dining out at Dine Out Days. Yellow Rose Cafe, basically what's going to happen is all week long, all the proceeds or some of the proceeds from all of their meals this week go to the United Way.
Yep.
And it's a great program that we have here with the United Way. You're going to go out and eat lunch somewhere anyway. Why not try out the Yellow Rose? It's
great food. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you. Like sometimes I want a fake pancreatitis just to be admitted into the hospital for some Yellow Rose Cafe.
Yep.
Like that's something. And hospital bills can be expensive sometimes. I'm willing to take that hit.
Yeah, it's just
to
good.
Eat at the Yellow Rose Cafe sometimes.
It's good that we have a hospital that gives us good food and good care. And
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Scenic Mountain Medical Center is just incredible down there. Like I said, I've been in and out of that hospital for years and years with all of my medical mishaps, my awesome pancreas that I have. And it's almost like a second home to me.
Yeah.
Which is scary to say, but since it is a hospital, but
I'm comfortable with saying that, though.
I'm comfortable being there every time I go. I mean, that's where I choose to go. And Yellow Rose Cafe, it's an amazing little restaurant that's open to the public right there.
Yep.
And Scenic Mountain Medical Center. So get on down there and you'll feel good when you're eating your meal. That's the thing. You know that the money you spend on that meal is going to a good cause.
Makes it taste a little better.
That's right. Also, they have the Healthy Woman event going on today at Scenic Mountain Medical Center at 11:30 and at 5:30. 2 different sessions. Of course, they always have good food there.
Yes.
So that's one great reason to go. But it's a good way to just get out and network with some other folks and just learn a little bit, educate yourself a little bit about being more healthy.
Yes, exactly.
It's a really great program that they do there at Scenic Mountain Medical Center.
I'm glad we have it.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be back with more Gooney in the Morning. We got your Doing It Wrong on KBST AM and FM.
It's another day in West Texas. Around here, we do things the right way. A handshake is as good as gold. We smile at our neighbors and say please and thank you. And when we're on the road, a simple wave says it all. And our truck is a Chevy. Bought right here in West Texas from Trucktown Chevrolet and Lamesa. Live life the West Texas way. The Trucktown Chevy way. Formerly Benny Boyd Chevy.
KBest 95.7 and Ward's Western Wear welcomes Alabama.
If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band. The closer you get, the further I fall. Oh, so right. My Dixieland delight.
Alabama, coming to United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock, Sunday, November 16th. KBest 95.7 and Ward's Western Wear are teaming up to send you. Register to win tickets at Ward's Western Wear, 1109 Gregg, beginning at noon, Monday, November 10th.
Deadline to enter is this Friday at noon.
2 lucky winners will be announced live from Ward's Western Wear this Friday following our noon newscast. Each winner picks up a pair of tickets each to see Alabama in Lubbock, November 16th. Participants may enter once per day. Must be 18 years of age or older, need not be present to win. Brought to you by Ward's Western Wear and from Best Country. KBest 95.7.
Have you got the travel bug? You want to go see somebody, friends, family? Want to go to a game somewhere? Go hunting, fishing, camping? Well, it's a great time to do it. Fall is just right, weather-wise and otherwise. It's pretty out there. It's fun to get out and about. And when you're on the road, you want to make sure your vehicle is running right. If you need a part, call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to auto parts, especially parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Like a good neighbor, Goon's Farm is there.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It's almost Friday, Thursday, November 13th, 7:54 here at the KBS studios. 27 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
I want to give a shout out to the Coahoma Bulldog football team this morning. They're going to be making their way to San Angelo, to the San Angelo Stadium. They're going to be leaving at about 2:30 this afternoon. They're going to have a send-off out there at Coahoma ISD. They're going to be taking on the Sonora Broncos for the bi-district round of the playoffs tonight. Game time, 7 o'clock. Of course, the pregame is going to start at about 6:45. Following the Pigskin Prediction Show, you can catch all the action on the mighty 1490 KBST AM with Josh Caudell and Adrian Abrego bringing you the game. I'll be sidelined at that game doing some sideline reporting. Also bringing you video highlights on our Facebook page at facebook.com/KBS957. Try to make the trip if you can. This is a special Coahoma Bulldog team. If you can make the trip down there to support these young men, please do so. If not, be sure to keep up on our Facebook page. We'll be bringing you as much highlights from that game tonight as we can. It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be a little chilly.
So bring your jackets.
Looking at your weather for the rest of the week. Of course, the high today is supposed to be 33 degrees, low around 26 tonight and partly cloudy. Tomorrow, high of 45, mostly sunny, low of 32, partly cloudy Friday night. On Saturday, it's supposed to get up to 70, mostly sunny, then drop back down Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 36. Sunday, a high of 48, mostly Sunday, and then Sunday night, a low of 28. We got that slight chance of snow coming in on Sunday night.
There we go. Christmas coming early, guys.
It's going to be a chilly one, yeah. Saturday is we'll see a little bit of hope on Saturday, and then it's just going to be ripped right back out from underneath us.
Good, because I got the Texas Tech game on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Also, I know today's kind of been heavy Bulldog, getting the Humboldt Bulldogs pumped up for their big game tonight. But I do want to remind everybody that tomorrow, the Lady Steers volleyball team, they're going to be taking on Decatur in Snyder at the Snyder Coliseum. 1 o'clock, we'll have the call on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. Of course, Chad Walsh doing a fantastic job bringing you those games this season, and we'll get to do it again from Snyder. 1 o'clock, big game right there, big matchup for the Lady Steers. Go get them. And the Big Spring Steer football team going to be heading to Aledo tomorrow for a big matchup in the bi-district round of the playoffs against Gainesville. Of course, that game will be at 7 o'clock. We'll bring you all the action on KBS 95.7.
Nice.
Oh, it's an exciting time right now. Very, very exciting time for West Texas sports.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
They're doing great.
Well, who's doing it wrong? That's what I want to hear.
Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but a couple of years ago, FBI was looking for the most wanted cyber criminal in the United States.
Yeah.
That would be 29-year-old Jeremy Hammond of Chicago.
Right.
He ended up breaking into the FBI, stealing credit card numbers from their wealthy clients. I mean, he did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he's in prison now until 2020. Well, the FBI have just recently been able to break into his hard drive.
Oh, wow.
Just now.
Yeah.
But the way that they broke into his hard drive, they entered in the password.
Really?
Yes.
What was the password?
The password on this guy's hard drive for all of this stuff was his cat's name. It was Chewy123.
Wow.
Was the password to his hard drive.
So this great technological mind
Yes.
that could hack into the FBI uses one of the most simple passwords ever. Like you're supposed to use a capital letter, a symbol, a number.
But he picks Chewy123.
Wow.
Yep. And it was one of the first ones they guessed.
Oh, they tried that one pretty early?
Yep.
Oh, man.
And
that's embarrassing.
They got it. But that's
he's doing it wrong all the way around right there. That's a lot of doing it wrong in a little bit of time.
Very little bit of time.
Man, that's exciting. You got another doing it wrong over there? I mean, it looks like you're doubling up on doing it wrong today.
I got another one.
Let's talk about that one.
Apparently off in Florida, some guy has been going around and stealing the flushers off of people's toilets.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. But
like the handle on the... Why would you do that? Why?
So what the cops did is they went to the local junkyard.
Right.
Where he was doing this at and was waiting for him to go in there and cash these in. Because I guess you can sell them for money. I don't know. I never knew that. But they waited at the place for him and he went up there selling them for scrap metal and they caught him, put him in jail.
That's ridiculous.
So it says he stole flushers from at least 18 different businesses.
Jeez, that's a lot of flushers right there.
And then somebody finally spotted him stealing one from McDonald's.
Like, hey, I've heard about you.
That's not yours.
Wow. That's incredible.
So yeah, those are your doing it wrongs today.
Coming up on community calendar today, we're going to have Jim DePaul and Johnny Womack in here talking about the e-waste program Keep Big Spring Beautiful's got going on this Saturday. You want to tune in for that. What was your favorite part of today's show, Heather?
My favorite part of today's show was the first segment we had talking about football and basketball.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you missed it, be sure to go to kbsmedia.com, click on the YouTube button in the top right-hand corner. You can always go back later in the day and watch our shows from earlier in the morning. I know it's hard to wake up early at 6 o'clock, especially when it's cold outside.
Yes.
That doesn't help. I know our own Charles Sagona, he had posted a picture early this morning.
Yeah.
His phone, it looked like this at 23 degrees. He said, nope, too cold to get out of bed. Must be nice. My favorite part of today's show, Coahoma Bulldog football. That's my favorite part of today's show. Get down to San Angelo, help support these kiddos if you can, folks. 7 o'clock matchup against Sonora tonight. Go Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Have a good Thursday, too. Remember to bundle up and keep on laughing, folks, because remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating. 267-9000.
with the news you need when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Heather Gentry with your K-Best Radio Group News, brought to you today by 14th and Main Church of Christ. It's Thursday, November 13th, 2014. Time is 8:02 a.m. and it's 27 degrees outside. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. A media release from the Big Spring Police Department announced that on the 8th of November, 2014, just before noon, Big Spring Police Department officers were dispatched to the Roy Anderson Sports Complex in regards to suspicious incident. Officers learned that a child was in the parking lot when an older white male told the child to come to him and that he had something for the child. The child then ran off, locked himself in his own vehicle, and later contacted his mother. At the time of this, the older white male was within his own vehicle, described as a white Chevrolet Silverado with a black grill guard. The mother of the child told police once she learned of the incident, she responded to the parking lot and received the license plate of the suspect vehicle as it was driving off. The license plate given to police is registered to an elderly female individual in Big Spring. At this point within the investigation, officers do not have the required information to formally charge anyone with a criminal offense. The charge enticing a child requires an element to the offense to prove the individual intended to interfere with the custodial rights of the guardian. At this time, they do not know what the intent of the older white male was. The Criminal Investigation Division is following up on this incident. This is an ongoing investigation, and the Big Spring Police Department has no further information at this time. The Big Spring Fire Department would like you to know that there are simple steps you can take to protect yourself from deadly carbon monoxide fumes. Each year in America, more than 150 people die from accidental non-fire-related carbon monoxide poisoning associated with consumer products. These products include faulty, improperly used, or incorrectly vented fuel-burning appliances such as furnaces, stoves, water heaters, and fireplaces. You may ask yourself, what exactly carbon monoxide is? CO, often called the silent killer, is a gas you cannot see, taste, or smell. It can be treated when fossil fuels, such as kerosene, gasoline, coal, natural gas, propane, methane, or wood that does not burn properly. For a list of symptoms of CO poisoning and the process you can take to avoid exposure, you can visit the KBEST Facebook page at kbest.com/kbest957. The city of Big Spring will begin a water line replacement today. The following areas will be affected: Kentucky Way to South Interstate 20 and Baylor Avenue to Birdwell Lane. Residents in these areas may experience little to no water pressure. The water will be restored as soon as the work is complete. The city of Big Spring regrets any inconvenience related to the line replacement and requests your patience during the project. Big Spring Independent School District Superintendent Chris Wigington tells KBST News that Big Spring schools will have an early release tomorrow at 1 p.m. due to the Big Spring Steers playing in Aledo this Friday night. The holidays are here and Healthy Women, a Scenic Mountain Medical Center resource, is ready to hand out some healthy eating tips today at 11:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Paula Sue Sasson, Scenic Mountain Medical Center nutritionist and diabetic educator, will be speaking on how to enjoy the holiday goodies without going overboard at Healthy Holidays with Paula Sue. The Lunch and Learn will take place at 11:30 and will include a sit-down meal. The Healthy Woman presentation will be at 5:30 p.m. with refreshments provided. Both sessions will take place in the Senior Circle Room at Scenic Mountain Medical Center. To RSVP for the event or to find out more information, call Amanda Duferrant at 432-268-4699 or Anita Klein at 432-268-4271. If you need to get rid of some bulky metal and plastic electronic items, then now is your chance. Keep Big Spring Beautiful and the City of Big Spring are sponsoring a weekend of e-waste collection, which is open to anyone, business or individual. Friday, businesses or anyone with bulk amounts of 10 or more computers can bring them to the city landfill from 2 to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. will be the collection of fewer computers and electronic devices. The landfill is located at 4100 East FM 700. And just a reminder, if you do bring a computer and haven't pulled the hard drive, you will be required to sign a waiver of information on that computer at the collection site. For more information about this weekend's e-waste collection, you can call Keep Big Spring Beautiful President Peggy Hopper at 214-773-6775 or city employee Johnny Womack at 432-264-2500. It's that time of year. The Big Spring Area Chamber of Commerce is having their annual toy drive from now until December 8th. They're asking you to help fill the chamber building with new unwrapped toys for boys and girls ages 2 to 18. Toys may be dropped off at 215 West 3rd Street here in Big Spring. Toys collected will assist CASA, Cossacks Motorcycle Club Permian Basin Chapter, the Salvation Army, and Spring Tabernacle Ministries. Help others in our community of Big Spring, Coahoma, and Forsan fill the Chamber building with toys and gifts. For more information, you can call the Chamber at 432-263-7641. Christmas open house at the Heritage Museum will be Saturday, November 15th. It starts off at 10 a.m. with Tumbleweed Smith signing his CD of the 28 most fascinating people he's interviewed in the past 45 years. Then, Gail Pittman will be there at 1 p.m. to sign his new personal cookbook. So head on down to the Heritage Museum for a fun and eventful day. The United Way of Big Spring and Howard County invites you to dine out for Dine Out Days, a way for you to enjoy some great food while helping to support its 17 member agencies. This week, dine out at the Yellow Rose Cafe, and a portion of their sales will go to benefit the United Way of Big Spring and Howard County. The Yellow Rose Cafe is located inside the Scenic Mount Medical Center at 1601 West 11th Place. In obituaries, Doris Rulo Banks, 88 of Big Spring, died Monday, November 10th at Lehman Les Sanchez, Texas State Veterans Home. The family will receive friends from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Thursday, November 13th at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Graveside services will be at 11 a.m. Friday at Trinity Memorial Park, Peace Chapel. Wendy Hill Winters, 37 of Big Spring, died Sunday, November 9th. The family will receive friends Friday, November 14th from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. at Myers & Smith Chapel. Funeral service will follow at 2 p.m. Burial will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. KBST News Time is 8:08 a.m. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
Precious cornerstone,
after Jesus resurrected from the grave, he told his apostles, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you." Matthew 28:18-20. The apostles spoke and then wrote down the story and teachings of Jesus for the world to follow. As New Testament Christians, we continue to tell Jesus' story, baptize believers, and teach Jesus' commandments. We are the Church of Christ that meets at the corner of 14th Street and Main Street in Big Spring. I'm Rick Cunningham, the preacher there. I'm inviting you to take the necessary steps to become a Christian and live a Christian life. We meet at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Sundays and at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Come and hear God's Word taught.
We believe you're all to us.
KBST News Time is 8:09 a.m. For a look at your sports, it's KBST Sports Director, Gooney.
Thanks, Heather. The Coahoma Bulldogs have their Big Bi-District playoff game tonight in San Angelo at San Angelo Stadium against the Sonora Broncos. That game's going to be at 7 o'clock on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. Josh Caudell and Adrian Abrego will bring you the pregame show at 6:45. I'll also be there on the sidelines and taking videos, so be sure to follow our Facebook page at facebook.com/KBest957. And, of course, the Coahoma Bulldogs will be having a send-off today at Coahoma ISD at 2:30. The Big Springs Lady Steers basketball teams, junior varsity and varsity, are going to be traveling to Colorado City today for matchups at 5 and 6:30. The Howard College men's basketball team got the big win over Wayland Baptist JV last night, 65-37. They're going to be heading to Thatcher, Arizona Friday for a 2-day Eastern Arizona Classic. And the Lady Hawks are going to be in Hillsboro against Hill College on Saturday. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets got the big win over Minnesota, 113-101. They'll be home against the 76ers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. 76ers are going to travel to Dallas today to take on the Mavs at 7:30. And in the NHL, the Dallas Stars will be in Los Angeles to take on the Kings tonight at 9:30 p.m. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center. Now here's Heather with the weather.
And a look at your Howard County weather. Today is partly sunny with a high near 33. Tonight's partly cloudy with a low around 26. Friday is mostly sunny with a high near 45. And Friday night partly cloudy with a low around 32. KBST News Time is 8:11 a.m. I'm Heather Gentry, and this has been your KBest Radio Group News. Coming up on Community Calendar, we have Jim DePaul and Johnny Womack talking about the e-waste event. But first, the Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you by the Churchwell Agency.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Sweetwater has an architectural jewel.
Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, and this is a pop quiz. Does sitting on your wallet feel like sitting on a lopsided booster seat? No? Well, it should. See, Farmers agents can help you stuff your wallet by combining auto and home policies so you can walk tall, sit crooked, and hopefully find a decent chiropractor.
If you want answers about saving money, you want a Farmers agent. We are insurance.
We are farmers.
Your local Farmers agent is Tommy Churchwell, also carrying life, commercial, and oil field insurance at the Churchwell Agency, 267-3857.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Some of the best known entertainers in the world have performed at the Sweetwater Municipal Auditorium. Elvis was there twice in 1955. Earlier, Fred Astaire and John Philip Sousa were on stage in Sweetwater. The facility was built in 1926 at a cost of $150,000. It lasted as an entertainment venue until television came along. It stood vacant, and the company near the facility wanted to buy the land the auditorium was on. So the city, which owns the property, sent out bids for the building's demolition.
And it was going to cost $450,000 to tear down the building that took $150,000 to build. And the city didn't have the money, and they weren't going to make that much off the sale of the property, so there was a losing proposition. So they declined the offer. This building sat idle for 10 to 15 years. It became the storage room for the city records and the policemen, if they'd find a stolen street sign or whatever, trash can or whatever, they'd haul it down here and dump it off until kind of their stolen properties. When we cleaned this building out, we took out 7 dump truck loads of stuff out of this building, 7 dump truck loads.
Tom Henderson of Sweetwater says the auditorium building originally had City Hall, the police, and fire stations. The auditorium had 1,700 seats. Now it has 750. In the 1980s, a group decided to restore the building. So far, about $1 million have been raised to maintain it, and it has a full schedule of events. The aisles are carpeted and the seats are padded.
The seat company that redid the seats were scheduled just to drop the seats off here. Well, they had another job in Lubbock, and they were from Minnesota or somewhere. And they had a crew down here, and they didn't have anything to do for 2 or 3 days because they were waiting on something in Lubbock or somewhere else. And the guy said, what the heck? And they installed them.
Tom Henderson says in addition to entertainment, the auditorium has had a wedding and a funeral. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.
Established almost 80 years ago, the Parks Agency is one of the oldest privately held insurance firms in the state of Texas. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson. Having lived in Big Spring all my life, Big Spring is my hometown. I encourage the growth we are seeing, but I also want to keep things local. We represent a variety of companies so we can compare coverage and price to give you, the customer, the absolute best possible value. So instead of being tied down to only one insurance company, come by 900 Main and let us show you the difference of going with an experienced local independent agent.
Check out these fantastic savings at Fuller Foods in Colorado City. New York steak family pack $3.99 a pound. Sirloin cut pork chops family pack $1.69 a pound. Chili meat family pack $3.59 a pound. Pilgrim's drumsticks or thighs 99 cents a pound. Honeysuckle turkey 89 cents a pound. 6-pack Dr. Pepper or Pepsi bottles 2 for $5. 15-pack Budweiser beer $15.99. 18-pack Coors or Miller Lite $15.99. You'll find these savings and more at 405 Hickory Street.
Well, they call me the fireman. That's my name.
Every third Monday of the month is Fire Safety Day on KBST's community calendar. Tune in to hear the Big Spring Fire Chief and Fire Marshal as they answer your questions. They've got the information you want to know, the facts you need to know, and even the things you might not think to ask. Fire Safety Day, the third Monday of every month on KBST's community calendar.
That's my name.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
Welcome to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Thursday, November 13th, 8:15 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney getting you up and on your way this morning. 27 degrees here at the KBS Studios as well. And today for Community Calendar, I have Mr. Jim DePaul and Johnny Womack. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us, Gooney.
Of course, we're talking about the big e-waste collection that Keep Big Spring Beautiful is doing this weekend, right?
Starting tomorrow.
That's exciting. And how many times have y'all done this before?
This is our third time in recent years that we've done it. Yes.
Third time?
Third in a row. So.
Well, and in the past, how successful has this been? And you know, getting rid of the e-waste for local folks.
The first year we did it, we collected about 2.5 semi full of computer. Last year we got 2 semis.
Wow.
And we're hoping to get 2 semis again this year.
And what is the importance of having this separate e-waste collection on days like this?
To keep all that material out of the landfill for one thing, and then to just recycle valuable products. I think there's some silver and some gold in some of those electronic components.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And those are extracted. And then I think that plastic is ground up and reused. And, you know, it's just a valuable commodity. And anything you can keep out of the landfill is a good thing.
Right. And of course, tomorrow is when all this is going to kick off, and it'll be from 2 to 4 there at the city landfill. Now, this is for businesses or anyone with 10 or more computers tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
And that's where you'll probably get the bulk load trying to fill up those semis?
Yes. We generally get at least a full semi tomorrow.
Oh, wow. And what do folks need to know about whenever they're bringing the stuff up there? Is there any specifications or?
Well, if you don't take the hard drive out, we have a form that you sign that releases it to us, which we give to the company. This is a certified recycler. In other words,
okay.
In the old days when they first started recycling e-waste, it all ended up on a boat and in somewhere in a third world country, and they
hauled to China and dumped in a landfill.
Yeah.
And so now this is certified, and they take care of everything. But you know, and they try to. It's all recycled, but they want to make sure you sign a release.
Incredible. Wow. Yeah, because, I mean, there's no telling what could be on some of those hard drives, so you better sign a release on. Well, what exactly, I guess, what spurred this, and what made you guys want to start doing this a few years back?
Well, it keeps it out of the landfill. I mean, you know, you want to reduce, reuse, and recycle. So by keeping it out of the landfill, you're reusing. Like Jim said, you know, the old CRTs that, you know, they had like 5 pounds of lead in them and stuff like that. So
toxic stuff, you know.
And, you know, then the bad stuff. So you just.
Some of that stuff had mercury in it back in the day, too.
Back in the day, yes.
Wow.
So, and we've gotten some pretty old TVs. I mean, we've had the people bring us the TVs that are still in the cabinet
got the big
style
box
TVs. Yeah, the big box cabinet TVs, you know, and they're so old that the cabinets fall apart in your hands as you try to unload them and stuff. So.
Yeah. And then also on Saturday, this Saturday from 10 to 2, we'll also be collecting e-waste as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, is there any big difference between what's going on Friday and Saturday other than Fridays when you're wanting to bring down the bulk of the computers and stuff?
Well, Friday is our, like I said, it's for businesses or people with 10 or more. And that way we can spend a little more time because it does take manpower to load and box these and get them in the truck. So, you know, if you're trying to do it all on Saturday, you'll have 10 cars with one computer and they're all waiting on one guy with 20 computers. So, you know, it just makes it more convenient.
I got you. Okay. So if you have more than 10 computers you're going to get rid of, be sure to come down tomorrow and try not to wait till Saturday, because you'll just kind of hold up the line on Saturday doing that. And we're doing this at the city landfill. Now, how will everything be set up? Because like I said, you have a company coming in to take these off to recycle them. So how's everything going to be set up out there?
They've already delivered the trailers out there.
Actually,
are they coming?
Yeah, they'll be here in the morning. They called me yesterday. They'll be here in the morning. When you come to the landfill, Keep Big Spring Beautiful will have a tent as you come in, and they'll direct you to where we're at. We'll be over by the old Baylor building, and that's where you'll see me and Mr. DePaul
just Jim
loading computers.
Yeah, and that's going to be a lot of work, guys.
You're more than welcome to do that too, Gooney.
I would love to be there, but unfortunately, I've got some playoff action that I'm going to be on the road taking care of. So unfortunately, I'm just going to have to miss out on this one, guys. But one of the important things that we do want to stress to everybody is to not bring your batteries to this.
Right.
because I mean, you got acid in the batteries and things like that, and there's already enough in the computers that we're worried about to try to take care of. So batteries we'll do that separately. And are there any other? I mean, because this is mainly an electronic, with it being e-waste, electronic. Any other stuff around the house that you could think of to kind of tell folks what they can bring?
Well, this list is pretty comprehensive. Basically, it says computers, laptops, the monitors, televisions, printers, copiers, scanners, fax machines, the scanner devices, the computer peripheral devices such as keyboards, the mice, the mouse, the hard drive, DVD players, VCR players, and other video playing devices. That's pretty well it.
Right.
Microwave ovens, John?
Yes, we can take microwaves. Anything with refrigerant, we cannot take, small ice boxes or anything like that.
Right.
Air conditioners, we can't take those, but, the other stuff we can.
So basically, I mean, just your home electronic equipment
stuff,
that
sure.
you use.
And the good thing about this too, Gooney, is that people can come and dump this stuff for free.
Right.
And so, there's no charge to do it. I imagine the girls at the tent will take donations. But,
yeah, that's right.
That helps out keep Big Spring beautiful, so we can continue to do projects like we did this year, the YMCA beautification project. If we get a little money into the coffers there, so that helps our town too. But so often you'll have people bring just out of their own house. They'll bring 2 or 3 TVs and 3 or 4 computers, and if you were to come to the landfill and dump, I suppose that cost you $10. So,
yeah. So,
and then plus, it's not a good thing to be putting all that stuff into our landfill. So
exactly. Yeah.
So we appreciate the people. I think there's a lot of people. I think people get it now every year to come and do this. That it's in November, and they hold their e-waste until November to recycle it in this manner. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and let's talk just a little bit about Keep Big Spring Beautiful and how the city of Big Spring really work together, because there's a lot of projects that you folks have going on kind of under the radar that a lot of folks might not even be aware of that helps keep this town as beautiful as it is.
Absolutely. And we do keep Big Spring beautiful. Guys like Johnny and Todd and all those guys, Thomas Hodges and all the city people that work with Keep Big Spring beautiful. It's a great joint venture between Keep Big Spring beautiful and the city of Big Spring, and we really thank the city.
Well, this last year we had the tire removal, and we were able to get about 10,000, just a hair under 10,000 tires, used tires out of the city of Big Spring in Howard County, and that's fabulous because tires are
an eyesore.
They're ugly no matter what.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, and you could really see a big difference that made. It was tremendous.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I want to commend you both. I mean, the city of Big Spring, I know that there's a lot of folks out there that might not see how hard you guys work sometime and how, I guess, understaffed you stay. There's just a few guys there at the city of Big Spring that do a lot of work around town and keep Big Spring beautiful. You have so many outstanding volunteers that do a lot of work to keep this place beautiful, and it's because they're prideful of where they live, and that's what it boils down to. It's not because they're in it for the fame or for the money or anything like that, because there's not much of it with an organization like that.
Just a nice self-satisfaction to clean things up and make our town look a little better, and we appreciate you, Gooney, for getting the word out for us.
You bet. And are there any other tips out there to kind of help beautify our city? Just if you're listening out there and local, how you can help out? Because I know, one way is if you're just walking down the street, see a piece of trash, pick it up.
Absolutely. Yeah, carry one of the old Walmart sacks or HEB sacks in your pocket. And as you're out taking a walk, pick that stuff up. Nobody's too good to pick up trash, so everybody can do it. And everybody picking up, if everybody would just pick up trash in front of their own house every day, the town would be spotless. So
yeah, it almost seems like the past 20 years or so, just humanity's kind of fallen into this "it's not my job" type of mentality, and that's not true. This is all of our city, so we all need to pitch in and help out.
Yeah.
If everybody takes pride, the one thing I'd like to mention is that with the freezing now, I mean, with all the rain we've had, the grass and the weeds have gotten tall in your alleys and stuff like that. And of course, code enforcement works it, but I'd suggest you go out and mow and clean up your alleys, because we have already, this year, we've already had, in the last, 2 weeks, we've had 3 house fires.
Right.
And they didn't start in the alleys, but now that the alleys, the weeds and the grass in the alleys are going to be dead, it might be a good time to start cleaning it up.
Yeah, they get dried out in that winterization, and they'll catch fire pretty quick. Let's take a real quick break, guys, and when we return here on Community Calendar, we'll go ahead and just run down the list of all the information and how folks can help out with that e-waste collection. You're listening on Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST, AM and FM.
When you combine juicy beef patties with enough jalapenos to power a rocket to Jupiter, you expect the price to be astronomical as well. Instead, you get one of the best values on Earth, and a new movement is born, Econom-Nom-Nomics, where impossibly good food and low prices can coexist in the universe. The Jalapeno Double. Try it now for just $2 on McDonald's Dollar Menu and more. It's Econom-Nom-Nomical. Nom, 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 nom. Prices and participation may vary.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, and like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s. Later, dude. Then we've got good news for you. The McRib is back at McDonald's with its epic sauciness.
You don't have to miss it any longer because McRib is back. Grab one today and enjoy it even more with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Limited time only at participating McDonald's.
Find style, style, and more style for 50% off at the Bells One Day sale. Name brand apparel, accessories, home decor, and more for 50% off. As a matter of fact, practically everything in the store is 50% off during our best night out and early bird event. This Friday from 3 to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Plus, all weekend, shoes for the family are buy one, get one half off. Save even more with your $10 off coupon. So run, don't walk to your one-day sale at Bells.
Hey, they call me the fireman. That's my name.
Every third Monday of the month is Fire Safety Day on KVST's community calendar. Tune in to hear the Big Spring Fire Chief and Fire Marshal as they answer your questions. They've got the information you want to know, the facts you need to know, and even the things you might not think to ask. Fire Safety Day, the third Monday of every month on KVST's community calendar.
That's my name.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
Welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It's almost Friday, everybody. Thursday, November 13th, 8:27 here at the KBS studios, 27 degrees outside. And today on Community Calendar, I have Mr. Jim DePaul and Johnny Womack. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys.
Thanks for having us, Gooney.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, we're talking a little bit about the e-waste collection that Keep Big Spring Beautiful in the city of Big Spring are doing this weekend starting tomorrow. But real quick, I just want to reiterate, we were talking a little bit off the air a little bit about how important it is to take pride in your own city. And you know what I mean? If you see a piece of trash, pick it up. We have a lot of new folks coming into the community and, the old timers here that have lived in Big Spring, their whole life. Take pride in their community. So please help us out. If you're moving into the community, we really are prideful of our area here in West Texas. We think that it's a beautiful place to live, and we really enjoy having you all here, all the new folks that have moved into the area, and just help us out a little bit. If you see a piece of trash, help us pick it up, or just at least pick up after yourself. That's the big one right there. Yeah. If you can at least do that, then we're making a step in the positive and the right direction. But let's talk a little bit real quick again about what you have going on this weekend at the there at the city landfill starting tomorrow.
Well, starting tomorrow from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we're asking for businesses or anyone with 10 or more computers or electronic devices. And then on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's open to the general public, maybe people with one TV or one computer or small quantities like that to come on Saturday. But if for some reason you have a bunch of that stuff, if you've got 2 or 3 computers and maybe 2 or 3 old TV sets and you're going to be out of town on Saturday, maybe going to Alito for the football game, or I guess that's Friday night, isn't it?
Friday night.
Well, anyways, that'd be wrong.
They get there early before they leave because it'll be a long trip back home Friday night.
But anyways, if for some reason you're not going to be here Saturday, bring your stuff on Friday. We'll work you in. I think, don't you think, John, that'd be better to...
we can work in, and we'll have people out flagging, showing you where to go. And if there's a line, please be patient because the volunteers are out there. They're concentrating on getting what's in the car right there in front of them, getting those computers out. And if you pull up beside, we almost had someone get hit last year because they weren't paying attention to the car. And I don't know what the driver of the car was doing, but they weren't paying attention. So, just have patience with us. We get it as fast as we can.
It does. It gets busy and we get people in and out pretty quick, but sometimes we will get a line, sometimes 10 cars will be lined up, but we can get that stuff out pretty quick for you. But basically, to reiterate, it's electronic devices, computer equipments, phones, other electronics, including but not limited to your computers, your desktop computers, your laptops, your monitors that go with the desktops, televisions, old TVs, printers, copiers, scanners, fax machines, the scanner devices. Those used to be a big bulky thing. Computer peripheral devices such as the keyboard, the mouse, the hard drive, DVDs, VCRs, and other video playing devices. And we'll get it done and get it taken care of in a safe manner for the environment. And that's something that everybody can be proud of, is to protect our environment by getting these toxic things out of the water system, out of the watershed.
And also, very importantly, no batteries to this. And if you do have if you're going to be bringing a computer and you want information off your hard drive, be sure to remove the hard drive before you take it.
Yes,
and be ready to sign a release if you are going to drop off a computer with a hard drive still intact.
Absolutely.
That's exciting right there. And you had mentioned earlier, there might be a time where there's 10 or more cars lined up. Be patient. That's a good thing right there.
Yes,
right?
sir. That's a terrific thing. We love to see that. We take pictures when there's people lined up. That means we're having a successful program. So
that's right. And like I said, you've been doing it for the past few years. It seems like every year there's a lot of response, which is fantastic. That means we're getting the word out there enough. And what if somebody maybe not have any electronics that they're going to, get rid of this weekend, but just wants to help out?
That'd be great. Just have them come out during those times from 2 to 4 on Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. We can always use extra hands.
That's right. They're at the city landfill, 4100 East FM 700. And if anyone has any questions, can they contact you guys? Can they give you all a call?
You betcha. Johnny's number is
432-264-2500. That's the office phone. And Peggy Hopper is 214-773-6775.
And of course, Peggy Hopper, Keep Big Spring Beautiful president there, does a fantastic
She
job.
sure does.
I know if you're ever in front of Peggy Hopper and you drop a piece of trash, you better watch out. You better watch out. She'll get you. But that's what we need. We need more folks like that in our community, because we really do. If you drive around West Texas, Big Spring is a special place because we're right in the heart of it, and it's beautiful here. It's not just flat dirt
It's
everywhere.
got natural terrain to it, and it's a lovely community. So we all need to play our part.
That's right. Well, thanks so much for joining me this morning, guys.
Thanks for having us,
We
Gooney.
appreciate it. Johnny Womack, Jim DePaul here on Community Calendar. We're going to split things up on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. You're going to be getting the Huckabee Report, and we're going to kick you into the best of country music. We got Garth Brooks and Brothers Osborne coming up right here on Gooney Overtime on KBest 95.7.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM.